Hello friends, welcome back. So in this video, I'll basically talk about the 10 YouTube growth tips that I wish I tried sooner. So if you're looking to start and grow your own YouTube channel, you might want to stick around and learn about these tips, because these tips will help you to grow faster, as well as it's going to help you to avoid the mistakes that I made while growing my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, my name's Sakala Chimwemwe, and I'm a student as well as a content creator on this channel. I focus on helping creators and entrepreneurs to grow their personal brands and their channels on YouTube, so that they can grow their incomes as well as they can grow their businesses online on YouTube. And last year, when I started taking this channel seriously, I made and posted 50 YouTube videos, which has helped me to grow to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So you might want to learn how I did that and also the things that I learned in the process. So let's start the video now. Tip number one is that YouTube is a trial and error platform. So have you ever felt or maybe experienced like you felt you're lost in what you're doing on your channel? You feel like what you're doing is everything is just wrong, everything is not bringing about growth on your channel. And one lesson that I've learned about YouTube is that YouTube is a trial and error process. So there are a lot of creators who seem like they have figured out what they are doing. They have figured out what they are trying to do, and they seem to be growing their channels, and they seem to have things maybe they are working for them. So one thing that I've realized about them is that those people have done a lot of experiments and have done a lot of trials on their channels to see what works and to see what has helped them to grow on their channels. The one thing that you realize is that nobody has a clue on what they are doing on YouTube, because YouTube and businesses on the platform are all about trial and errors, are all about experimenting, are all about just testing. If things work, then if they realize that the things that they're trying to do are working, then they optimize, they go about maximizing the potential of their business. That's how they even grow their businesses, that's how they even grow their brands and everything that they're doing. So most of the time we struggle and we try to optimize, or maybe we try to figure out things while we are just starting and while we just want to grow our YouTube channel, not knowing that it's a process of just learning and trying, failing, as well as doing different things that can help you to grow. Then you figure out the things that works for you, then you optimize on those things that work. So tip number two is keeping it simple. And I think you've noticed that there are some creators who don't even spend a lot of money, spend a lot of time. They don't have a lot of good gadgets, a lot of gears to record their videos. Some they just use their phones to make content, and they're doing well. They're getting results from the videos that they are making. This is because they have reduced the amount of work they put in the videos they are making, and they are making them as simple as possible. So the more simple, the more easy it is for you to create content, to make videos, to run your business, the easier it is. It is way better to have it so simple. It is way better to reduce the complexities. We feel like when we are doing things so complex, we seem to have that credibility more than others. But the truth is, no one, I think, is working on YouTube to optimize for that growth that makes their life to be complex. But everyone is trying to grow so that their lives can be simple. So one thing that you should put in mind, and one thing that you should try to do as you are making videos, is to make sure that you try as much as possible to create and make the process of creating videos and content as simple as possible. Tip number three is multiple paths. And this is one of the things that I realized and I wish I knew earlier, because I never knew about this. Because the time I was starting to grow my YouTube channel, I thought there was only one way on how to grow. I didn't realize that there are multiple ways. I wasn't open to figure out new ways, new opportunities on how to grow a YouTube channel. My mind was so locked. My mind was not as open as possible. Maybe I didn't learn much about growing a YouTube channel. So I was only focusing on one way. I was only focusing on the very thing that I knew on how to grow a YouTube channel and to grow a business online. But the truth is that there are multiple ways and there are multiple paths in which you can grow your own channel, you can grow a business, you can grow a personal brand on YouTube. The one thing that you should start trying and the one thing that you should be doing right now is to try as much as possible to expose yourself to the multiple paths that are there to grow a YouTube channel. This is because the more paths you know, the more you discover the easier ways on how to grow a personal brand, on how to grow a YouTube channel, and how to grow a business. Because we are so fixated about the things that we know, we think these are the things that are going to work for us, not knowing that there's an easier way that will even match. And when you find that way that matches with you, stick to that way, stick to the thing that you're doing, try to grow as much, try to optimize it as much as possible, because that's the way that is working for you. No one should restrict you, no one should make you feel as though there's only one way to grow a YouTube channel. And this is one thing that I do on my YouTube videos. Sometimes I don't get the views that I want simply because I know, because my videos are not for everyone. There are specific people that I'm speaking to. There are specific people that I'm trying to communicate to who like my way of creating content. And if those people like my way of creating content, they'll also maybe adopt some of the elements that I'm using. So make sure to find the creators and as well as the paths that are going to lead you to grow a business in your own way, to grow a personal brand or whatever you're focusing to grow on the platform. Tip number 4 is to be authentic. And this is one of the mistakes that I made when I was just starting. And I've seen a lot of creators as well doing the same things, because being authentic is something that you should treasure so much and something that you should come up as real as possible when creating content. You are seeing me right now. I'm not the best speaker speaking on camera, and I believe this is who I am, and I love the way I'm speaking right now, because there are certain people who love this about me. And if I'm to hide this person, if I'm to hide who I am right now, I'm denying the chances of not connecting with some people, of not connecting with the audience that are similar with me, that have the same values with me. Most of the people make videos and try to create content in the way that they hide their authenticity, they hide who they are, and in the way they edit their videos, they focus on creating content with fast pacing content, creating content with they put a lot of animations, a lot of things, and not forgetting that the element that is most important is authenticity, because it's one thing that is going to help you to connect with the people who watch your videos, to have an audience that trust and know you. And these are things that are vital for you to grow, and that are vital for you to earn income and grow your business. Because for someone to buy and for someone to be a client or a customer to you, they first have to know you, then they have to begin to build trust, and that trust comes with the connection that you have with that person. Tip number 5 is focus one thing. One thing that you would love to grow and save much of your time is to stick to one thing at a time, and make sure after learning that thing, that's when you can go to the next one. There are a lot of us, or maybe the small creators, who are just starting, who feel like the only thing that they have to is to start any income, but they have not learned the skills that it takes for you to grow a YouTube channel, for you to speak to the camera, for you to uh, be able to connect with people. We worry so much about making money on YouTube. We worry so much about getting results, not focusing on the things that we are supposed to do right now. So we are to fix our minds and learn that we are to grow on YouTube as a process, because growing on YouTube is a journey. It's not something simple as well, and it takes a lot of time. So focusing on one thing after the other is going to help you to see the important growth that you're making in the various things that you're doing. Most of us are doing a lot of things at the same time, and we are not making enough progress on the things that we are doing, realizing later that at the end of the year we look back only to have realized that we've made a little progress on the things that we set as our goal. And had we been reminded, or had we taken the time to check on what we should focus on and maybe plan the things that we're supposed to do, it would have been better that we focused on one thing and we would have made enough progress and advance in the areas that we would like to advance in our lives, rather than focusing on anything and everything.
Yo, salut. Ça va, vous allez bien? Tranquille. Désolé de vous dire meilleur. Ça va? Vous avez... En fait, est-ce que vous avez crédit d'appel?
Tip number 6 is learning and taking action. And this is one of the things that I used to do a lot. And sometimes I do it, sometimes I struggle with it, and I do it simply because I've seen that it's not only me, and most creators are doing the same things, because we spend much of our times watching videos, most of our times learning new things and not taking action. And this is the thing that is going to keep us from making the enough progress that we need to make. The best way to learn and to know that these things are working, if we learn it, we have to take action about it. And this is one thing that has changed my YouTube growth. This is one thing that has changed in the way I do things on YouTube, because it's one thing that I never knew and I never understood about growing a YouTube channel. I used to spend much of my time learning how to get views, learning how to do this, learning how to script, learning how to edit, learning a lot of things, and some of the things are not, I've never used them on my YouTube channel. And I've realized that the more time I spend in learning things and I don't use them, the more time I waste. Sometimes we people spend a lot of time learning and not taking actions. But if we are not taking action, how are we going to know that these things that we are learning even work? Because the only way that you are going to know that the things that you are learning are working, and the only guaranteed way to know, is when you practice the things that you are learning. That is why there was this video that I was watching on YouTube, and I've forgotten, was it on YouTube or on Instagram? It was talking about how we Christians behave. Sometimes we go to church, we read the Bible, and we wonder why our lives are the same. We read the Bible, we do a lot of things, and we pray to God, but our lives are just different, are not even changing. Do we really go to church? Do we really go to church to become better, to be transformed, to be more like Christ, and maybe to come closer to God? Because the only way that you are going to know that someone has the Holy Spirit and has Jesus Christ in them is when they are transformed to become like Christ. So it is the same thing that you should do in your other ways of your life. That the moment you are learning, the moment you are trying to learn something, let that thing at least transform you. Let that thing be in an action, because most of our times we spend doing a lot of things, and we don't make the enough progress that we like to make, and we don't know if the things that we are learning work or not. So for us to know those things, we need to start learning and taking action the things that we are learning. Tip number 7 is thumbnails and titles. These are things that are very cardinal, very important on YouTube, because I see most creators, they neglect this because it's something that has become a song. Maybe it's common to us to listen to people say, no, learn about thumbnails, learn about titles, learn about this. Those things are very important for YouTube growth. These are the things that are going to help you to make people watch, make people see your videos, and that's the only guaranteed way that people can get to watch your videos and for you to get views. One thing that titles and thumbnails do is that they set expectations on what the video is about. So even before you watch the video, your mind has this expectation on what you're going to watch and what you expect out of that video. So if you don't give people enough curiosity, enough there's that psychological thing that you add to your titles and thumbnail to watch the videos, you realize that most of people won't be interested. And one thing that you can do right now is to check the videos that you are already watching. Whenever you are watching a video on YouTube or any social media platform, when you are scrolling, then you end up stopping, then you watch. Ask yourself to say, why have I started watching this video? Why? What made me watch? And analyze the title and the thumbnail mostly. You realize that there are ways in which the title and the thumbnail was crafted. That is what made you to stop. Even on Instagram, even on TikTok, whichever platform that you are given the chance to view content. Try to ask yourself to say, why have I stopped to watch this video? You realize that there are a lot of things that have been been deliberate about for you to watch that video, and those things are the things that you need to start learning so that you can optimize your videos and you can optimize your titles and the thumbnails so that you can get the views, the awareness, and people get to know about your message and the things that you are sharing on your channel. Tip number 8 is to have a clear goal on your YouTube channel and the things that you are doing. This is very important because I started my first channel on YouTube after creating content for about 1.5 years. I realized that I was not in line with the things that I wanted to be sharing. My message that I wanted to share, the things that I wanted to be sharing, the content that I wanted to be making on my channel was not the same. Then I had to quit that channel because the things that I was doing, I didn't have a clear plan. I didn't have a clear goal. And I wasted, not so much that I regret doing that, but I wasted a lot of time. Had I asked myself, had I considered what I really wanted to do on the channel, on my platform, I think things would have been different. But one thing that I learned from that story, or maybe from that situation, is that having a clear goal and a clear plan of what you want to do on your channel is very important, because it's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to help you to make the decision in line with your goals, in line with the plan that you have. And there's this quote, it says, if you fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. And we have to make sure that we have a clear goal, a clear plan on what we are doing on our channels, because when we have a goal in the way we make our content, we'll ask ourselves, is this content that I'm sharing leading to the goals that I want to reach on my channel? Is this thing that I'm putting in my videos going to help me to reach the goals that I want on my channel? So if you can have a clear goal and a clear plan on your channel, it will save you a lot of time, because there are a lot of trends, there are a lot of videos that go viral. You won't be forced to go into those trends because you know that those trends are not part of your plan and not going to help you to make the enough progress that you need to reach your goal. So have a clear plan, have a clear goal on what you want to achieve for your channel. This is going to save you a lot of time, and it's going to help you to create content in line with your goals and in line with who you are and the message that you want to be sharing. So tip number 9 is investing in yourself. This is one thing that I've noticed about most creators. This is one thing that I've noticed about the people I talk to about growing a YouTube channel. They have reasons to say they don't have enough gears, they don't have enough properties, they don't have enough equipment to start their YouTube channel. But then they have their funds. So one thing that I've learned about YouTube is that it's very important to invest in yourself so that you can grow as an individual, you can grow in your skills, you can grow in your mindset, and not much more on the gear part. Most of us as creators, especially, I had the same thing, especially when I was starting. I thought I needed to have the right equipment, I needed to have the right gear for me to start. But when I look back right now, I think one thing that I needed much more was the mindset to be changed. Had I invested a lot of time into maybe coaching, into mentorship, into groups that have helped me to grow into this person that I'm becoming, or maybe to this level on YouTube, I think it would have been better rather than focusing on gear. I know gear is important, but it's not as important as your message, important as your mindset, as important as your personal growth. Because when you invest much more in yourself, when you invest much more on the growth that you need to have for your channel, you realize that the mindset and in the way you make and create content, it will be better, it will be easier for you to connect with other creators, it will be easier for you to network with other creators, despite the quality of the videos that you are making. The quality of the videos that we are seeing right now, they are good. There are a lot of people of quality videos, but if you had to ask so well, how many of those people have uh, have a connection with their audience, have a connection with the people that they are making videos? You find it's a few. So as you are making content, as you are making videos, ask yourself to say, despite this video looking, there's this term, there's looking dope, am I really helping someone out of this video? Despite the quality of the videos that I'm making, is there someone whom I'm solving a problem for out of this video? Am I solving someone's problem? So it's one thing that you should put in mind, that as you are creating content, invest much more in yourself, in your growth, in coaching, in mentoring, and in networking with various people, either online or maybe in physical, maybe the people around you, because these are the things that are going to help you to grow faster rather than focusing on equipments and gear that won't even like do anything much about growth. There's this story that I was reading some days ago, and it's talking about a microphone. The time a microphone was invented, most people focused on selling it. Most people were focusing on uh, how to make money with a microphone. Most people were focusing on just how to use and how to function microphones. But they didn't know that a lot of money was made by those who were able to sing. Because what the microphone was doing, it was that it was amplifying those people who sang good to the world. So if you're a good singer by then, a lot of people were able to listen to your message. A lot of people were able to listen to the songs that you are making. Therefore, you as a singer, you end up making money out of the music, out of the things that you are making. Unlike someone who is a bad singer, when given a microphone, they will be louder, but their singing will still be bad. This is one thing that I've learned about YouTube, is that focusing on gear rather than investing in yourself is that you become a singer who has a bad and louder message rather than someone who is less of quality but is louder and has a good message. So invest much more in yourself and invest much more in the things that you are doing, because your message is becoming louder. The platform is there to make your message louder, make your message to be listened by other people. So invest in yourself. I'm repeating this because it's very, very important. Very important for you to invest in yourself, to know the growth, to know the skills on how to grow a YouTube channel and how to monetize and everything that happens on the platform. Tip number 10 is growth and mindset. And there is a lot of information about how to grow a YouTube channel. There's a lot of information on what to do, what not to do, and all those things. And the biggest lessons that I've learned is that you can only do the things that you are in control of. Most people focus on growing their YouTube channels by learning much more on how to get views, how to do this, how to script videos, how to do that, how to do that. And they forget about learning the skills that it takes for you to become good at those things. So the thing that you can do as an individual and the mindset that you need to learn is that you need to focus on the skills and the things that you are in control of, and let the data, let the views handle themselves. If you focus on coming up with good topics, if you focus on coming up with good titles and good thumbnails, you realize that views and everything, retention and everything about the videos byproduct of those things. So how you make your videos, how much skills you've learned on growing a YouTube channel will be a reflection on the views that you are getting on your channel. So it's not more about focusing on editing them like this, focusing on doing this like that, but focus on the things that are in your control. Views, subscribers, maybe money. Yeah, to some extent money. Although those things are not in your control. But things that are in your control are designing, being creative with your titles, being creative with your thumbnails, finding topics and coming up with topics, communication on your voices, on the videos that you are making. So if you focus much more on the things that you as an individual, you will see that there is enough progress, there is enough growth that you are learning out of YouTube, rather than focusing much more on money, YouTube views and subscribers. And I think you'll benefit much more from that. And if you're someone who is just starting on YouTube, I made a video talking about how to grow a YouTube channel in 2025. And if you are someone who doesn't have a clear plan, if you don't have a clear strategy on how to go about it, you can watch this video where I share everything about that. And with this video, I say thank you for watching, and I hope this video has helped you.